Welcome to this week's Vero Coaches Wrap. Murray Davis here to review our round 18 game v Essendon. Terrific result. So pleased to see all our members and supporters in Melbourne there to witness a victory, and it's been hard going, it's been a grind, but it was great to get the result. Everyone's been working really hard behind the scenes, so it was just deserved for everyone involved with the club. Just in today's presentation, I'm just going to go through a couple of questions which were based around our game plan, if we went into the game with a different game plan, and are we going to look at bringing a similar game plan and style to Port Adelaide. The first question, just in regard to ladder positions, that doesn't come into it. We plan based on our opposition each week, and we've been working on and tinkering with things all year basically. So the game plan that we went in was really just all about Essendon ladder position, didn't have anything to do with it. In regards to how do we replicate that effort and style of game plan, we've been trying to do it for a few weeks now, so it's just really encouraging the good things and the pleasing things that we saw out of the game, and being able to do it against an opposition team in Port that have been going pretty good, so that'll be our focus this week. The next question was just around have we altered training on the back of only a 6-day break, and it's a great question, and it is something that we have to do. So just given the fact that it was a travel, short turnaround, we'll make sure that we just get the boys up for this game, and we know that there's a great vibe amongst the playing group at the moment, so they won't be short of enthusiasm. It's just making sure that they go into the game nice and fresh. Our opponents played on Sunday as well, and they've got to travel, so we're not at a disadvantage there. The next question was just in regards to another two teams in Adelaide and Geelong, and about Geelong's defence and the level of organisation, and it's certainly something that we're aspiring to do. And what I thought I would do is best to answer that question was go through the two teams on the weekend. So on the screen there you'll see the Geelong team, and I've just put in our 22 that took on Essendon as well. And what I wanted to really cover off was probably just a difference in age. So our average age on the weekend you'll see there, and Geelong at 26.29. So 3 years, almost 3 years gap in age, that's the average. And then the average games played as well. So this is career games, and we went into that Essendon game with 67.6 and Geelong had 112.7. So what that shows is that it's probably 3 years experience, and really if we can keep this group together, which is we're confident we will, and we'll continue to work on the things that we've been doing, we're confident that we'll be able to do some of the things that we're seeing the great teams do at the moment. But it does take time, so we all have to be patient and we have to keep working hard on it, but we are putting things in place to make sure that we can replicate the Geelongs and Hawthorns of the competition. Just in regards to the game itself, just thought our leaders really stood up. I've highlighted Pierce Hanley in yellow and Tom Rockcliffe in the goal square. I just thought that that was terrific for them to be able to really put their stamp on the game. So that's Rocky kicking a goal there and Pierce kicking the ball inside to him. The next one is just Pierce Hanley, a goal from a centre bounce, and it's really important. Our leaders have been doing a lot of great things behind the scenes, and they've been under the pump like a lot of us, and they really stood up for us in this game. Daniel Rich was another one. We see him here knocking one over from inside the square, which was a terrific goal. Dan Merritt, another one just highlighted there in yellow, one of our leaders that had a big job on a much taller opponent but just did really well to compete. And the last one of our leaders was Dane Zorko in yellow there, got a set shot on goal, and rather than probably may still be on his distance, but he was able to just hit Tom Cutler, so just really selfless and being able to lower his eyes and kick the ball to a better option, and Cuts was able to go back and slot a goal, so one of his 2 goals for the day. So I thought our leaders were terrific. I thought they really stood up and showed what it means playing for this great club, and it's now the challenge to back it up again and see out the remainder of the year. Just on our set shot goal kicking, it was our best return for conversion in front of goal. We kicked at 74% accuracy, and what this graph here shows is just that we were assisted by where we took our shots from. So we had 21 shots from the corridor, and of those 21 shots we kicked 18 goals 3. So that was a really pleasing result. We kicked 10 goals 2 from set shots. This is one of Josh Walker's 4 goals. So that was really pleasing. Again, you can sort of see where he was able to take that one. We kicked 6 goals 4 from shots on the run, so nice little deft touch from Steph Martin down to Reece Masterson, who knocks one over on the run. And lastly, we kicked 4-1 from snaps, and this is an outstanding first tackle by Josh Walker and then a snap on the left by Eric Hipwood. He's a left footer, but it's a terrific goal to be able to do that from that angle. So that was really pleasing, and Essendon let us... I suppose they didn't kick as well, but it's really good footy when you can hit the scoreboard like we were able to. The last bit I thought I'd cover off is just about some of the players' roles, and I've highlighted Darcy Gardiner, who had a role on Fantasia from Essendon, who's been in terrific form, won the Rising Star last week, and Darcy did a terrific job of keeping him to 5 disposals, kicked 1 behind up till 3/4 time. So the player rating is what I'm using there, and whilst Darcy may not rate in the top echelon of the 44 players on the weekend, from a team point of view he did exactly what we asked of him, and that was terrific. So just his willingness to make it really hard for his opponent to get any free ball. I'm just going through some examples of that there where he's all over him, and really hard to play against, and that's what we love about Darcy, just his courage and his ability to be able to play his role for the team. So he did a terrific job, and he learnt the hard way late. This is Darcy on Fantasia from Essendon late in the game, and he's just off his opponent, ball spills out, and good players are able to make the most of those situations, and he knocks that goal over. So it was a really good lesson for Darcy, because he finished the game off pretty well, Fantasia, kicking 3 goals, one of which was on Darcy. And the last one was Mitch Robinson, had the role on David Zaharakis, who's been a very influential player for Essendon, and you can see his influence on the game compared to Mitch's. So again, whilst Mitch may not have had a huge amount of tackles or disposals, he certainly played his role for the team, which is what we love about him. And this is him just doing some body work on Zaharakis at the stoppage, and then winning the ball and setting us up offensively. And this one here is actually Mitch coming off the bench. The rotation's been made. He's in yellow and Zaharakis is in red, and the ball is in their defensive 50, and he's sprinting onto the field there to make sure that he gets to his opponent. And as Essendon look up, Zaharakis would have been free, but Mitch has been able to close that gap, and it forces Essendon to kick the ball long to a one-on-one contest. We're all nice and organised behind the ball. We're able to win the ball back at ground level, and those little things that, again, Mitch may not get a statistic for or a disposal for, but are really rated really highly by all his teammates and the coaching staff, and Josh Walker's able to take the mark and goal. So we'll be after that sort of effort this weekend against Port Adelaide, and hopefully we can replicate it and get another win for our supporters that get along to the Gabba.